Good evening and welcome to Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, Kansas, as Sporting KC2 play host to Birmingham Legion FC in a Central Division matchup in the USL Championship. Sporting KC2 coming in off the back of 2 consecutive draws at home and looking to get back into the win column. Birmingham Legion FC coming into this match off a huge win over Central Division title challengers Louisville City. It is a wonderful evening in Kansas City and a wonderful matchup here between SKC2 and Birmingham Legion. Alongside Doug McClagan, I'm Carter Augustine. And Doug, it should be a tough matchup for the home side here, welcoming Birmingham Legion FC.
Yeah, it should be a good game. You know, Sporting Kansas City 2, like you said, 2 fantastic results recently, but no more fantastic than the Birmingham win against Louisville, 2-1 at the weekend. So both teams are going to be coming in here hunting for points.
And fresh off that monumental win, the big moment in the match provided by J.J. Williams. He's into the starting 11 here this evening for Birmingham.
Yeah, Williams, a native of Alabama, scored 4 goals and 3 assists this year. That is 3rd on the list for the Legion. However, 1 and 2 are not in the starting lineup tonight, so he's going to have to carry the load tonight. He's coming off a game-winning goal on Saturday, so I think he's flowing full of confidence, and I'm sure Brett may be joining him later sometime in the game.
Nico Brett on the bench for the visitors, and the man trying to stop that attack for Birmingham, John Pulskamp, who's coming off a wonderful game over the weekend.
Yeah, he's coming off a shutout for Sporting Kansas City 2 in the last game. Pulskamp is going to be needed big time tonight if Sporting Kansas City is going to get a result out of this. He made 3 huge saves against Memphis. He's been doing it all year. He's got his 2nd shutout, and he's going to have to organize that defense in front of him and take care of business tonight if they're going to get a result.
The big-time prospect in goal. Plenty of big-time prospects all over the pitch, and a wonderful matchup between SKC2 and Birmingham Legion FC. Coming up, we'll have kickoff from Kansas City. Children's Mercy Park just about ready to kick things off between Sporting KC2 and Birmingham Legion FC. Alongside our Kansas City Comet, Doug McClagan. I'm Carter Augustine. Thanks for joining us this evening. Let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup, starting with the visitors. And for Coach Tommy Sohn, 3 changes to the starting 11. They got that big win over Louisville City on Saturday, a 2-1 win there. It's unchanged at the back. Van Okel in goal with James Kavita, Kronyale, and Dean across the back line. Mikey Lopez, Anderson Asiadu, and Zach Haribo comes into the midfield. Jaden Cervania and JJ Williams, the other 2 into the lineup as Nico Brett, Thomas Van Kazil are on the bench. And a big loss, Junior Flemings, for that man, Tommy Sohn. He's away on international duty. For the home side, 7 changes from that 0-0 draw against Memphis over the weekend, as Pulskamp, Kuich, Pierre, and Cisneros are the 4 to keep their spots in the starting 11 for the home side. Underway in Kansas City, Sporting KC2 trying to get a first win since July the 10th, a first home win in nearly 3 months. 1 home win on the season for SKC2 back on June the 2nd, but in a decent run of form, the home side with back-to-back draws here at Children's Mercy Park. They go from right to left wearing the blue on blue. Birmingham Legion FC, the visitors, flying high after a big-time victory over division leaders Louisville City FC. They sit in second in the Central. Birmingham Legion FC just 4 points behind Louisville City, who they just beat, trying to hunt down the division leaders, Birmingham, on the road in the all-white. With Doug McClagan, I'm Carter Augustine. And Doug, a big win for Birmingham last time out. Meanwhile, for SKC2, a big shutout, just the 4th of the season for the home side in that 0-0 against Memphis. What are you expecting here this evening?
Well, I'm expecting from Sporting Kansas City 2 a clean defensive performance. The last 2 games they've been good, and they've only given up 1 goal in 2 games, which is big time for them because before that they were giving away far too many goals.
They have some defending to do with a reshuffled back line here. 3 out of the 4 along the back 4 did not start against Memphis. Caden Pierre is the one who did. He was just watching over as Ryan James tried to make some inroads into the attack. Birmingham move it over to Johnny Dean. Shifting it from one end of the pitch to the other and back again. And now it's James, 1v1. It's the cross away, Graham Smith. Back into the starting lineup, he hammers it away, and this is a big name included in the starting 11 here this evening. Zion Long, his first start at Children's Mercy Park, just turned 18 in July, the SKC Academy product. And he does have 2 previous starts, but they both came away from home, including at Birmingham. Last time these 2 teams met this season. So big time decision. Paulo Nagamura going with the 18-year-old leading the line here this evening.
Yeah, that's a solid decision. I can't believe he's 18. He stood next to Kavita and they looked about the same size. Yes, it's a great opportunity for him to show the Sporting Kansas City staff that he's got a lot of talent and he's willing to show it on this team.
Well, a quick turn and away from pressure goes Prosper Kazim. Well, he went back into the pressure to find an excellent pass. Advantage played on the foul, and the pass in turn out of play, goal kick.
Yeah, it's a tough one because the referee did play advantage, but immediately the pass was way too heavy and went for a goal kick, so a little unfair because it was a definite foul. I was going to say good advantage by the referee, but then the pass played in was just too much power on it and just rolled out for a goal kick.
There was a chance there for Anderson Asiadu, and you saw it on screen. He was just apologizing as a few of his teammates were wondering perhaps could he have done better with the numbers streaking forward into attack. Johnny Dean, big chance creator for this team, couldn't feed it into the feet of JJ Williams.
So we were talking about being strong defensively, Sporting Kansas City too. It's strange that you've got 3 changes on the back line. After the last 2 performances, or especially the last one, you'd think it'd be very similar, but a brave decision here by Paulo Nagamura.
Isaiah LaFleur into the lineup for Amadou Dia, the left back. Tried to slide that up the near side. Well blocked So it's back again with Kuic. Petr Kuic. One touched the sky as it flew into the evening air here in Kansas City. It's cooler than it has been, Doug. It's been oppressive over the past few weeks. The heat in Kansas City, just 82 degrees as we move into the evening here.
Yeah, this is brilliant to play in. The last few weeks it's been absolutely horrible, and they've been playing games at 4 p.m. So it's horrible, and you've got 7 o'clock game here, it's 80 degrees. This is going to feel fantastic for the boys to play in tonight.
It didn't feel fantastic for Graham Smith, who's back into the 11. It's upended for that free kick. Well, SKC2 come into this match with 3 wins to go with 12 losses and 7 draws. They're 16 points, 8th in the Central Division. For Birmingham, 11 wins, 6 losses, 3 draws, 36 points up in second. It's Caden Pierre. Bursts down the right, all the way into the attack, and he's well tackled by Ryan James. But the high pressure, and Cisneros strong in the tackle, wins it for SKC2. Zion Long just lurking, but the combination of Fanuel Kavita and Matt Van Okel able to secure that for the visitors.
Good team defense there for Sporting Kansas City 2. We're usually seeing that at the other end, and that's where errors occur that have cost them lately. But the error this time came from Birmingham, but unfortunately they just couldn't take advantage of it.
This is into the feet of JJ Williams, who laid it off, and these two teams have been similar in the attack so far this season. SKC2 with 25 goals, Birmingham with 27, albeit with 2 fewer matches played. But it's been the defenses that have been the big difference. That's a wonderful ball over the top. And Jamil Roberts is cutting in onto his left foot. Blocked by Kavita. Kavita anchoring that back line once more. They played in every match but one, and that's a strong back line for Birmingham. The 6th best defense in the entire USL Championship, just 22 goals allowed in their 20 matches.
And it would be have to be that strong, because 27 goals for a team that's sitting this high in the league is not a lot of goals. So it just tells me right now that their defense has been absolutely solid all year, and they're winning by 1 goal or at the most 2 goals. And so it's going to be a battle here for Sporting Kansas City 2 to break them down, because like you said, that's a very strong back line.
Saw the frustration on the face of Mikey Lopez there for some time. He's gave away this free kick, and so his defense perhaps going to be strained on this set piece. Roberts and Cisneros, lefty-righty, and it will be the left foot. Jamil Roberts curling it into the box, and it popped nicely to Duke on the edge of the area. He couldn't direct his shot towards frame, so SKC2 go back to the floor, who will just circle around, and everybody gets back into position.
It's something we saw the other game against Memphis, just the patience of the build-up. As soon as I say that, he forces the ball in, they turn it over.
Smith just trying to loft that over a defender, and LaFleur kept it in, but it's turned over to Birmingham. Kavita back to Van Okel. The high pressure is on so far for SKC2. Constant. Well, that's going to be a wonderful duel to match all night long. Matt Constant, 6'6", and the 6'4", JJ Williams with a big aerial duel there to start things off. Graham Smith will be a part of that duel as well, 6'4" himself. So some titans clashing there between the 2 center backs and the man leading the line for the visitors. So here's that patient build-up you were talking about, Doug.
Yeah, just quite happy to knock it around until there becomes an opening. And there's, if you watch the low block here, the defense, there's not many openings here, so You just got to go from side to side till you find that gap that you can penetrate with.
Just the 3 changes on the short rests for Birmingham, but 3 pretty notable ones, especially in the attack. Nico Brett on the bench, the 3rd leading goal scorer in the league, and he's available off the bench this evening, but a big loss. Junior Fleming's away on international duty with Jamaica.
That's probably one of the reasons I thought we might not see Brett on the bench, because when you got Fleming's missing already, and now you got Fleming's and Brett missing, and obviously they've got to come in and take 3 points tonight. They've got to look at this. They're playing the 8th team in the league. It's got to be a 3-pointer. So I'm sure we're going to see Brett at some point. I think Tommy Sohn is probably hoping that he doesn't have to use him because he's got a game on Saturday. But if he can get goals from other players, that'd be good. But if not, we're going to see him come in a little bit later.
Junior Fleming's away with Jamaica, and well, he's going to have a tough couple of weeks away on international duty. This triple match break as the octagonal gets kicked off in earnest, and Jamaica, hey, how do you like this draw? Away to Mexico at the Azteca tomorrow.
Ooh, that's a tough one to start off with, isn't it? As good as Mexico is playing right now, too. In the Azteca, ooh, that's going to be a tough one.
Jamaica hoping to get back to World Cup glory once more. And a big loss in the lineup for the visitors, with Fleming's trying to help the Reggae boys.
Again, Sporting Kansas City just probing around the edges. Every time they penetrate, the Birmingham defense is so well organized that once they penetrate, they force them back out, and it's start all over again, and that's what they've done here. So it's going to be a tough time for Sporting Kansas City 2 to break this defense down. It's going to take ball movement and movement off the ball and speed of play. Because they just worked them again where they popped them back out, and it's start all over again.
These 2 teams played a thriller not too long ago, back on August the 11th. 4-2 Birmingham won at home. We already had 2 goals by this time, with Kuich opening the scoring in that match in the 4th minute. Brett scored in the 7th, but it was 2-2 until the 81st, and Fleming's got the eventual game winner. Asiadu added one late on. Kuich got things started early in that match, but a goal fest in Birmingham in the first of 4 meetings for the clubs this season.
Talked to Coach Sohn before the game and asked, are you going to press? And he said, yeah, we're going to press, but we're going to press at the right time and when they're ready to press. So it looks like they're sitting back as of now, but there'll be times when they're going to go at the defense of Sporting Kansas City 2 and maybe create those turnovers for opportunities. But right now, you're just seeing them sit in a nice low block and be patient, watching Sporting Kansas City just knock the ball around.
Head coach, technical director of Birmingham Legion, Tommy Sohn. A man you know well, Doug McClagan.
Yes, well, I had the pleasure of playing against him for a couple of years, and what a phenomenal player. Very tough too, got a few bruises to prove it. But then I was fortunate also the next year to go play with him in Wichita. So a fantastic character, a tremendous work ethic he has, and you can see with all his work, that's why he's ended up here. He's really had a great career so far.
Such a long, great career, as Doug mentioned, for Tom Sohn, and he's been at the helm for Birmingham Legion since their inception. Pierre. Roger Smith to his right, and Smith tried to work in the cross. It's a corner for SKC2.
Yeah, again, good defending by Birmingham, but finally Peter Kuich got the ball past the left midfield to Caden Pierre. It was a little bit deeper than the midfield, so it actually penetrated and then could get in towards that final third and to create an opportunity. But again, blocked out there by tremendous defending.
First corner of the match comes in the 15th minute, and it's for the hosts. Cisneros and Roberts once more standing over it, and it looks as though Roberts will line this one up in with the left foot, and it's headed away by Alex Croniale. Well, if there are any questions as to why this defense is so strong, you can just look at that center back partnership, Kavita and Croniale. Fantastic at the back for Birmingham all year long. Pierre just got it gummed up under his feet for a bit, but calm and managed to deliver it away from pressure. And now LaFleur. He feels the pressure, and he's going to ride through the challenge, Isaiah LaFleur. And then just try to deliver it to the left-hand side, and eventually Birmingham win it off him. Shouts for handball. And you just saw Paulo Nagamura give LaFleur a nice applause after that marauding run forward, but eventually losing it to left back.
Yeah, he did very well. His first touch inwards to take the midfield away from the play was tremendous. Good dribbling skills, but then he just, again, good defending by Birmingham, just closed down the looks. He couldn't find anybody, and then unfortunately turned it over, but a good run from the young man who's done very well this season indeed. He's been out the last couple because Dia's been in, but he's had a pretty productive season, I think, as a very good youngster in that left back position.
Really come on as of late summer for Isaiah LaFleur. And he's in his 5th start of the season at left back. Got 7 appearances last year as a 17-year-old, and he's already got 10 this year. Doesn't turn 19 until December, Isaiah LaFleur, and he's one of 6 academy products on the pitch for SKC2 this evening. That's a nice stretch to keep it in play from Johnny Dean. Now turn on the ball for the visitors. And sprayed over to the left side by Kassim. Pierre wins it away from James, and he wins the foul from Ryan James.
Yeah, from left back to right back. Yeah, Caden Pierre, great defending there. Stopped the attack on one-on-one and then got his body in behind, knowing that he was going to be hit from behind, and took the free kick. So great defending there. Just stepped across his path, and now he knows he's going to get hit. And so, oh, yep, I'll take the foul. Tremendous from the youngster.
We talk about from fullback to fullback, Doug, and LaFleur's having a great season. So too is this young man, Caden Pierre. Signed his homegrown contract, the 18th in Sporting KC history, but he spent the year on loan, and he's in for his 17th start. He's appeared in all but 4 matches. LaFleur is the ref. Pierre. The ref played advantage there for Birmingham. Now Jaden Cervania going 1v2. Pierre and Cisneros in defense for the home side.
Great teamwork by those 2 youngsters there. One's got the ball, one's covering, and in the end they just both squeeze the player there and pop it out for a throw-in. And that's what it's going to take tonight. A lot of work on defense to keep this Birmingham Legion team out.
Williams so strong on the turn and strong in the shot as well. Power behind that strike, pushed away at the near post.
Yeah, great save by Postcamp. He's mad because he felt he should have probably held on to it, but you know what? I don't know if he knew it was coming. It was a kind of sneaky one at the front post, took it early, so he did very well just to get his body down, and yeah, he'd love to hold on to it, but played it safe, knocked it out for a corner.
Right, that did just sneak up on the near post. Such a quick fire attempt from Williams. It's a corner now for the visitors. It's over Constant. Pulskamp got a hand to it. Roberts, well, not on the first time, but on the second time, able to clear. Asidu, though, picks it up and curls one into the area. Pulskamp clutches with both hands. And he spotted plenty of blue shirts on the near side. Smith forced back by Dean, and that was an important intervention from Johnny Dean.
Yeah, again, it's you know, you get a penetrating ball there from Postcamp, and great defending by Birmingham. It just forces you back again. Got to give him credit.
Here helps to escape with Christian Duke. LaFleur now cutting in from the left. Smith. Back to Kuich. Kuich looked like he was going to line one up. Instead, it's out to Pierre. On the right foot. Ooh, that was looking like it's headed for long. And Asiudu wins that tackle in midfield. Roberts. It's in the way of that pass. Wins it right back for SKC2.
So again, they go, just be patient, knock around. There was an opportunity here just back a couple seconds ago where they had an overload on that left flank, but unfortunately, LaFleur carried the ball and they just couldn't take advantage of it. Then little LaFleur and Smith, who's got the ball right now with a 2v1.
Quick turn from Cisneros, and he gets it into Smith with the step over. There's a challenge in the box. Smith wants a penalty. The referee says goal kick.
Yeah, there's not enough for a penalty there, and just as he got nudged over, it hit his foot and went for a goal kick too, so that's a little nudge. You're not getting a PK for that, and then it hit Smith as it was rolling out too, so double whammy for him.
A job well done from Dean. It's a slippery turn in midfield from Cisneros to wriggle himself free. Now Smith is called for the foul.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's almost like 50-50 there. Williams is holding him off. Smith's trying to get around him because, let's face it, Williams is a big, strong boy. So, I mean, I guess that foul could have gone either way.
The referee this evening, Brandon Stevis. That'll be a tough call all night long. That is pillowy on the touch from Cervania. He gets it back from Williams. Perhaps wasn't expecting it. No foul as Kuich just eases Cervania off the ball. Postcamp looking for long. Cavito wins that aerial duel.
And that's something I did like to see there, because in the past few weeks, Postcamp may have tried to play that out short and keep possession and play out of the back, and they've been caught a few times. This time he just decided to go 40 yards long. They lose possession, but at least it's on the halfway line and not in front of their own goal. So see a little bit of change in tactics there defensively for Sporting Kansas City 2.
And a fun one to watch in that matchup as well, and a good test for Zion Long in his first home start, matching up several times already with Manuel Cavita. So far, the veteran defender has gotten a better in those aerial duels, and here it is with Cavita. Over the top, Williams, as it just bounces into the hands of Postcamp.
Yeah, that is not a bad ball in. I'm not sure if the flag may have gone up, but he bent that ball around the back into the forward, and it was not far off. Fortunately, Postcamp was able to come out and collect it.
Cisneros gets it back from Roberts. Kuich to Roberts, and that's going to drift harmlessly out of play.
Yeah, not a bad idea, but just a little bit too much on it. I'm not sure if the forward knew that was coming either, but in order to get behind Birmingham, you're going to have to play some big diagonals, and you're going to have to move this ball a little bit quicker than they're going right now.
Kuich picks the pocket of Lopez, and trying to get that into Smith. Smith wasn't quite sure on the trajectory, so it's back again with the visitors. Pressing for these two teams has been intriguing so far. And Long, well, he just slides in and wins a free kick.
Great job by the youngster there. Absolutely good pressing there. Cavita really wasn't sure where to go, and once his head went down, then in goes Long, and that's great hustle, great defending, and a great place to get a foul too. Let's see if they can take advantage of this one.
He's born in Nigeria, Zion Long, but his hometown, Olathe, Kansas. Joined the SKC Academy in 2018. He's wearing the 99, and he's earned a free kick. He'll line up at the near post, waiting to service. Cisneros and Roberts, it appear, are going to be the set-piece takers here this evening.
I got to be thinking this is yep. Here we go. Roberts whipping it in with that left foot.
Right on the penalty spot. Kronyale high into the air, and then just a shove in the back was spotted by the referee on Matt Constant.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much joy they're going to have putting that ball in the air. With Kronyale is just so dominant in the air, and he's, well, 6'4" or whatever. I can see why, but I don't know if they're going to have a lot of joy putting that ball in the air around him. Now, if they find a deeper ball over him or a ball in front of him, yeah, but anything in his zone, he's going to win all night long, I think.
Listed at 6'5", Alex Kronyale, and he's leading the team with 61 clearances on the season. It's now at the other end of the pitch, an offside flag will give it right back to the feet of SKC2.
You said it early, next door to him is Kavida, and he's not small either. Very good in the air, but good on the ball, and both of them are very, very strong defenders. And that's probably why Birmingham Legion has had so much success in not giving many goals away.
Pretty strong along the back when you look at James, left back, 21st appearance. He's played in every match. Johnny Dean, every match but one at right back. And those two solid center backs. Pierre. It's Constant, just fakes J.J. Williams out. Smith gives it back to Matt Constant. 8th start of the season for Matt Constant in his first year as a pro. Smith. Smith to Smith there. And Roje keeps it in play from the pass off of Graham's foot.
Again, patient, Sporting Kansas City too. They're looking for that. Smith's always looking, and you see Kuich is always looking for that big diagonal over either the left or right fullback. Got it to Smith on that one situation, but unfortunately Birmingham got behind him and forced him all the way back, and it's start all over again. There's that ball right there.
Constant over the top for Roje Smith. Kronyale full stretch, and he got a toe to it. LaFleur picks up the clearance, and he tries to slot it into Duke. Good first time layout for Long. Now Kuich lines one up. It's blocked. Out for a corner. Well, that was a chance over the top. Matt Constant, and it's requiring the full 6'5" frame of Alex Kronyale.
And I think that is the ball they're going to be looking for. And I think if you ask Graham Smith, he probably would tell you the angle of it was just a little bit off. If it had been more an angle, that might get to Smith, and Smith might be in, but that's great defending too. That's the ball they're going to be looking for, in behind those fullbacks.
Just split him, just split him, just split him.
Roberts, one hand in the air. That one's curling towards the back of the area. Smith can't direct his header the way he wanted.
Yeah, it's a tough ball to get back across the face. He's running back 15 yards to get on it.
Right around half an hour gone here in Kansas City. Doug, what have you made of the opening 28 and some change?
Well, it's like a game of chess, isn't it? It's I don't think Birmingham's going to play this way the whole game, but I think they've come in, sat back a little bit, see what Sporting Kansas City 2's got first, and then at some point they're going to open this game up and maybe play a little bit higher pressure. But as for now, 20-odd minutes in, they're quite happy to watch the ball being knocked from side to side, and they've not really given away any clear chances as of right now.
And Long wins another free kick up top. So SKC2 will cycle things around the back once more. Smith felt a little bit of heat. Constant slips it around to Pierre, who was looking for Roberts. Well defended by Ryan James.
Yeah, getting the right idea. He tried to curl the ball into the path of Roberts. Unfortunately, didn't play it wide enough, so it got cut off by the fullback.
Cervania has popped over on the right side after starting the match on the left. It's clattered into by Kuic after he delivered that pass, and the ref's going to pull it back.
Yeah, we saw that a few times on Sunday by Kuic. The first one today, he's getting a warning. He did hit him a little bit late. Cervania's got that beautiful, silky, left-footed touch. Every time he touches the ball, like you said before, like a pillow, that ball just hits his foot and it just gives on it. He's got great vision and just, like I said, that silky left foot that's going to be very dangerous for picking spots and picking forwards out. So Sporting Kansas City 2 is going to have to watch his distribution there.
Maybe the first family of soccer in Birmingham, the Cervanias. He and his older brother Brandon, of course, a U.S. international, plays for FC Dallas. Brandon, Jaden himself, a full international now with Puerto Rico. This has worked out to Dean, who has some space on the right. LaFleur got in front of that cross. SKC2 won't want to afford too much space to Johnny Dean. Right back has 4 assists, which leads his team. His 32 chances created leads the team as well, just outside the top 10 in the entire league. Johnny Dean at that right back spot for Birmingham Legion. Yeah,
and he had the right idea. I'm pretty sure he would want that one back. He wish he would have pushed it a little bit deeper and brought it away, but it just got intercepted. But that is definitely something they're going to have to watch on the flanks, not only from Dean, but when James is on that left side too.
How about that help on from Cervania? Dean gets it to the edge of the box. It would have been a tough take for Kasim, but that was almost a lovely move for Birmingham.
Yeah, early ball in the box, so gave no time for Sporting Kansas City to get settled there. You assume he's going to take a touch, he just whips that in, and that's a tough ball to bring down, but if he does, that's an opportunity nice at the top of the box there. But yep, we've got to watch the flanks here for Sporting Kansas City too, because they can play some balls in, and they've scored a lot of goals coming in from the flanks at Birmingham this year.
Right on cue, Dean whips in some service. Not sure if that'll go down as a chance created, but certainly was wonderful cross. And right on cue, Doug, Cervania involved in the buildup as well. One more of those silky touches to start the move down the right. He and Dean starting to combine a bit, and, well, commentators curse strikes once more.
Yep, you feel like they came in, they've got a little comfortable now, and now they're starting to push a little further forward and coming more into this game now. We talked about the flanks. You got to watch Dean on the flanks, but you got to watch James, because James, it was James's ball, I think, that got the first goal against Louisville. It's a whipped ball in wide left for Brett to tap in at the far post. So maybe something they work on at practice, but they both can deliver deadly balls into that box.
And here's James slipping it into the path of Kasim, looking for the cross. Constant blocks it out for a corner.
Now this is where there could be some problems here for Sporting Kansas City too, because there's some big boys on this Birmingham team. Croniel is one of them. Kavita's coming up. You've got Williams, who's a big, strong boy. So we'll see where he's going to put this ball in the box. It's going to be a tough one to defend. You've got 6 or 7 Sporting Kansas City 2 sitting in a zone, ready to attack this area.
Every player for SKC2 inside their penalty area to defend this corner. Big bodies for Birmingham in attendance as well. It was a good service. Smith got there ahead of Croniale. Kuic battling with Kasim. That was Kavita in the near corner, who's holding the side of his head. Fanuel Kavita. Just keep an eye on the big center back.
Yeah, Coolidge is holding his head too, so there must have been a clash there by the two boys there.
Well, both of them will be able to continue. So here's Kasim. Popping up in different areas all over the pitch in this first half. Birmingham still have Croniale up top. Well, right as I said that, the coach asked him to come back into formation. They're still working it, and Croniale, 6'5", still in the area from that corner. Cervania keeps it in. Trying to find room for the cross. He's harried by LaFleur. Assistant raised his flag. The referee ignored it.
I think he maintained possession of the ball, still had it. Probably was a slight foul, but referee thought not enough to stop the game. You can just feel them getting more and more comfortable with this game now. And while Sporting Kansas City was in the first 20 minutes, I think they've got a lot of pressure to face here now.
Dean swerves past the defender. Kasim takes a rip. Smith blocks it for SKC2. Asiadu. LaFleur. No, Cisneros was there. His clearance won't reach to the touch, so the onslaught continues here over the past couple of minutes. Lopez, great first-time ball. And he's continued his run forward. Lopez steams into that challenge. Pops to his feet with the ball. Lopez tried to reverse, but he's blocked by Caden Pierre, who tracked him the whole way. And now Roberts will sprint into the space at Children's Mercy Park. Jamil Roberts flying down the right-hand side. Now a chance for the home side to string some passes together on the floor. That was just behind Cisneros. Birmingham had just raced to get back into position, so they'll build things from the back once more.
They're very quick to get back defensively. As soon as Sporting Kansas City was breaking there, the Birmingham defenders all sprinting back, loads of bodies behind the ball, and then they stop the progress of the ball. Great team defending again, and good defending there by the big man Smith too. Cutting off the ball. Aimed for Williams, but good strong defending there. In fact, I think it was Matt Constant instead, not Smith.
Two of them just bracketing around the center back on that occasion. Right around 55-45 in possession so far. Constant.
Yep. Long throws up his arms because he thought the ball could have been played up to him, but it wasn't. So he's got to go make another run, and you're just going to have to keep making those runs and switching positions with players from midfield, whether it's vertically or horizontal, just to create some space so this block defense can be penetrated, because they're just forcing you across the field. That's just great defending.
LaFleur just slipped under his foot for a second, but he retrieves and he gets it back now from good hold-up play by Roger Smith. Cisneros ducks around Haribo. Haribo gets back into position. SKC2 forced back to the center-back partnership inside their own half of the floor. Kuich was trying to whip that around the corner and just duffed his attempt. Looked like a handball. And it was called, and now Birmingham are going to be upset. They think that should be a yellow card.
Yeah, I'm not sure Smith met it. Again, he's got a big smile on his face. Maybe he did, I don't know. If he did, yes, that should be a yellow card, but oh yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing. Yeah, that should be a card. They've got a good point there. Tommy, come on. Like he says, it's not rocket science, and on that occasion, it isn't. I think Williams and Smith having a little giggle about it too.
So he's not having a giggle about it. It's the fourth official listening to Tommy Sohn right now.
That's one of those where you thought, well, his arm maybe moved half an inch and it caught him on hand, but he moved it a good like 2 feet to get his hand up to the ball.
Graham Smith definitely fortunate to escape a booking. And Sohn stews in his technical area some more. Certainly understand the frustration for the Birmingham bench on that occasion. It happened right in front of the two benches. Corniale. Right onto the toe of James. Kulich helps to win it back for SKC2. And now the left-footed switch from Petr Kulich. Looking for Smith. Dean got there first. And that's a great effort from Asiadu. Charging out of nowhere to win that second ball. Mikey Lopez just felt a little tap on his shin as he delivered that to the right side. He's one of a couple players that'll have added motivation in this match. Mikey Lopez, always motivated. There's Asiadu and Johnny Dean. Just was out of Dean's reach on that occasion. Lopez, as well as Ryan James, drafted by Sporting KC in the Super Draft. For Mikey Lopez, it was 14th overall pick back in 2013 after his wonderful career at North Carolina, where he won a national championship in 2011. Wound up making 14 appearances for SKC, did Mikey Lopez. And he and Christian Duke will be sharing some memories in their time together in the SKC system and in the midfield in that system. Both went out on loans to Orlando and Oklahoma City Energy during their time as well. As that's a wonderful tackle from Lopez. Oh! Sensational strike, Prosper Kasim. A moment of magic out of nowhere. And he gives Birmingham Legion a 1-0 lead. My goodness, Prosper Kasim.
Wow, that's just fantastic finishing. I was watching him actually in the warm-ups, and he was practicing that ball to the far post, bending it in. And that, I mean, Polskamp doesn't stand a chance. It's just unbelievable. Great tackle there. I think that is Lopez. And he just picks it up. He picks his spot. And I'm sorry, there's nothing Polskamp can do about that. That is a fantastic finish. Yeah, he knows what he's going to do. He's been doing it, like I said, several times in the warm-up. And as soon as that ball's sitting there, he knows exactly where he's going. And that is a phenomenal finish.
On a rope into the top corner. Flew off the left boot of Prosper Kasim. His second goal of the season. What a way to score it. And what a way to give his side the lead. And it was basically out of nowhere, really. Just off that tackle, and it popped up nicely to Kasim, and well, he made no mistake. No goalie is stopping that one.
Yeah, you were just talking, that's all coming from Lopez there, Mikey Lopez. The extra work to get on the defender and put pressure on him, make that challenge. It falls loose, and then you have a piece of magic like that.
It's one of those things where you wonder if Lopez gets an assist. You hope he does. He did get a touch to that. He has one on the season, so that could be his second assist here in Kansas City, where he spent some time early on in his career. And that was something he was always known for, was the effort all over the pitch.
Yeah, and if he doesn't get an assist, I can tell you what, Tommy Sohn knows who created the goal, and just fantastic work. And that's what it takes sometimes, just a little extra work, because let's face it, there's been no real chances in this game yet. A little bit of extra work, it pops out loose, and then you've just got someone who can pull something like that out of a hat.
So 90 seconds to go until halftime, and SKC2 a bit shell-shocked.
Yeah, that's an absolute killer of a time for them to give up a goal, especially when they've done so well too. And it's, like I said, that's just one of those magic goals. It's not you've played poorly and you gave up a silly goal. That's one you can't do anything about it. And disappointing for them because they've done well. And like you say, there's a minute and a half to half-time, and that's disappointing for Sporting Kansas City too.
Sometimes you just have to tip your cap to a player creating a moment of brilliance, and that's what we've seen from Prosper Kasim. And what a time to get the goal as well, just before halftime. Just a little added confidence for Birmingham. Shoulder to shoulder.
Yes way, baby.
No.
Yes way.
In fact, it's a foul against Peter Kuic.
Well, in the good old days, that was a shoulder to shoulder, and I totally agree with you there. But we didn't quite see it there.
1 minute added on at the end of the first half. Perhaps demonstrative of the way the match has gone. An interesting chess piece, but lack of real options, excuse me, chances on either side until right before halftime.
I mean, that might be the first shot on goal, I think. I'm trying to think if there was one before, but...
Postcamp at his near post, I believe
yes,
that was
yeah.
officially called a shot on target. But a save that he would be comfortable making most times. Other than that, that was the first one for either team.
It's really been a battle in midfield right now to break down the block from each team, and I'm sure if you looked at the map of possession, it would all be in the middle of the field.
Long tried to get around. Birmingham player there was unable. The referee brings to close the first 45 minutes. Well, a battle of the minds throughout that first half until Prosper Kasim made the difference with a otherworldly strike from range. His second goal of the season gives Birmingham Legion FC the lead at halftime. We'll go to the halftime break with the visitors. A narrow 1-goal advantage over SKC2. It's halftime in Kansas City. SKC2 0, Birmingham Legion FC 1. Halftime at Children's Mercy Park with the visitors, Birmingham Legion, leading by a 0-0 thanks to the magnificent strike from Prosper Kasim. Alongside Doug McClagan, I'm Carter Augustine. And Doug, it was a pretty even first half, only separated by a touch of class.
Yeah, absolutely. I think both teams were kind of probing to find out what the opposition was doing. It was a battle in midfield, and then all of a sudden the ball drops loose and bang. With a minute and a half before half-time, beautiful goal in the upper 90 by Kasim. But other than that, pretty darn even.
Sporting KC 2, perhaps a bit shell-shocked with the timing of that goal. As a coach yourself, Doug, what does it mean for Birmingham Legion to get this goal just before halftime?
Well, there's a couple things. First of all, it gives you the momentum, obviously, to put yourself on the front foot. The other thing it does, which you got to think about a little bit for Saturday, is now maybe you can hold Brett out a little bit longer, hope that you get a second goal, and if your second goal, maybe you don't even use him tonight. If it's at 0-0 and it goes deeper into the second half, you got to think at some point, Tommy Stone's thinking, I got to get him on. We got to get 3 points here. So a couple things it does: confidence, and gives them a little bit of time. 3
of the next 4, including this one, on the road for Birmingham Legion, as they might try and balance out that roster management. Well, a legend in the building, Jimmy Nielsen here. His name is on the side of the Cathedral. Children's Mercy Park, the site. We'll be right back to break down the first half as SKC2 trail by a 0-0 at halftime.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
City double their money, and how sweet the sound in Lynn Family Stadium.
I did get an interesting text from someone in the Phoenix organization talking about how big and physical that game was, and maybe they didn't necessarily know it was going to be just like that. I think they got a good taste. By the way, in case you're wondering, Forrest Lasso is competing for the Summer Olympics in gymnastics. Just wanted you to know. What you
So
got
is
next?
Lee Cohen. He was part of that routine.
Bring it to me.
Forrest Lasso, the defender of the year, leaping over the ad boards and pirouetting his way toward the dugout.
Halftime here in Kansas City. Sporting KC2 trail by a 0-0. Prosper Kasim netting his second of the season for Birmingham Legion FC. Let's take a look at the highlights. 45 minutes. SKC2 are in the middle of a 5-match home swing, which this is the 4th game, so just one more. That's this weekend on Saturday against Oklahoma City Energy FC. They briefly head to Indy 11 before 2 more home matches, including Birmingham Legion coming back here on the 1st of October. Just 4 more home matches after this one for SKC2 on the season, and they're trying to find their 2nd home win of the season, but they trail by a goal at halftime. Birmingham Legion with the lead. We'll be right back to kick things off for the 2nd half. Welcome back to Kansas City, and we are underway as the 2nd half is kicked off by a substitute for Birmingham Legion. And it will not be a sight that SKC2 will be happy to see, as Nico Brett, the 3rd leading goal scorer in the USL Championship, checks on reinforcements for the visitors here at the break as they lead 1-0 and now move from right to left. Nico Brett getting involved in this build-up already, and he's making a run in behind Brett. He gets there right at the same time as Polskamp. Straight out of the frying pan into the fire for Nico Brett, and here was a decision for the referee. I'm Carter Augustine, joined by Doug McClagan, and already Nico Brett making an impact off the bench.
Oh, 2 quick, immediate touches. He came short, collected, laid off, made a brilliant diagonal run, and that is a good save by Polskamp. That is definitely a clean save by Polskamp.
Point to the ball from the goalkeeper after sliding in to deny Nico Brett onto the pitch in less than a minute, almost into the goals once more. He scored the opener against Louisville City their last time out, Nico Brett, and 12 goals on the season. Good for third in the league behind just Haji Berry and Russell Cicerone.
So I was thinking they might take this opportunity to give him a little rest, but it looks like Tommy Sowen is going for the points immediately. Because if they get a second, then it's really going to be tough for Sporting Kansas City 2 to come back into this. So he is going for blood.
He has replaced Jaden Cervania as Nico Brett on the pitch. As SKC2 wanted a handball, and it wasn't given by the referee. So Birmingham can charge forward through Harryville. Lopez, oh, that's a lovely clip in behind, but Williams was offside.
Yeah, beautiful play there by Lopez, but unfortunately Williams had just carried maybe a yard past the back line and was caught in that offside position. But when they attacked there, they were attacking with 5 or 6 forwards going forward there. So they've come out possibly with a different attack here in the second half, meaning a little bit more higher pressure up the field. And they're going to put some more pressure on that defense of Sporting Kansas City too.
For the time, Brett going through the center. Williams over to the left. And Doug, we saw Birmingham kind of, you were talking, they just ramped things up at the end of that first half, and they got a goal for their efforts as well. And does that just do a world of confidence for them, just the way they ended the half, not only the goal?
Yeah, to know you can come in and kind of size up things for 20 minutes and then flick the switch on after about 25 and then get a goal late in the half. Yeah, that's great for confidence, and it's good to know that, you know, you can do that, because they really did come out and just sat in for the first 25 minutes or so. But when they want to go, they definitely go, that's for sure.
Caden Pierre wants to go all the way inside from the right back position.
Yeah, but you see Birmingham is quite happy to force him across the field, but here's an opportunity for him.
He's continuing, and he might have caused something here. Roger Smith has it blocked. Cisneros, now Smith on the turn, just wide. Huge chance for SKC2.
Well, he went all the way across the field and then managed to stay over there and find the slip. But watch the block here by Ryan James, because this almost going to be a tap-in for Smith, but James throws his body across there. And that is a fantastic save for once, and then tremendous defending. But good to see Sporting Kansas City 2 getting numbers forward and creating a good opportunity and getting a shot on target.
Van Oko brought into action his first save, as I believe it was Christian Duke who got the shot away for SKC2. So after, as Doug mentioned, 16 shots over the weekend against Memphis without getting one on target. And a first half that saw the same. SKC2 responding well there and creating an attack through Caden Pierre.
Yeah, to make about 70 or 80-yard run across the field to get into that left back position to create the opportunity, and a good pullback. Great effort by Duke, and a fantastic save, and then a fantastic block. So some really good soccer from all sides there.
Now foul for Zachary Haribo, and he looks to be in considerable pain holding his left leg.
Yeah, I think he took a good whack in the shin, I think.
And the training staff is going to be called on.
Yeah, ow. Because I think that was Roberts was traveling at pace, and I don't think he meant the foul, he went for the ball, but because he was traveling at pace, that probably was quite a hard hit. And that's why you wear shin guards, because it probably helps a little bit, but obviously not that much.
Zach Haribo, Haitian international with 15 caps. 25-year-olds. Looks like that ankle, where the knock was to the shin, but maybe that ankle just got stuck in the ground. Didn't give enough for Haribo. Third ever homegrown signing for the Revs back in 2015. And gingerly to his feet. We talk about the defense for Birmingham Legion, and the defenders, of course, huge part, but Zach Harivo protects that back line. He's making his 15th appearance of the season. He acts as a shield in front of that back four.
Well, he's going to be all right to return. He's going to have a few bruises and maybe a bag of ice at the end of the game today, and that's going to be sore tomorrow, I bet you.
He's still off the pitch as we're back underway. Header won by Williams, and he was offside. Or was it on the second? Was it on the second ball there? That was the offside call.
Brett was offside, I think. Good flick on by Williams, but Brett's timing of the run was not his best, but he just got on the field, so we'll give him a break there.
And speaking of on the field, Harivo trots back to the center circle. Looks to be okay, just testing out that left ankle.
Again, we saw a clip of this at halftime, just the low block defending, and they're quite happy to do this. They don't leave many gaps, and when they do leave a gap and it gets penetrated, they'll back tackle and force it back out to where it came from, and they'll just be patient and shift across, and that's great. As you said, he protects the back four, and he just did right there.
Intercepting it was Harivo. It's spread to J.J. Williams. Good first touch into the box. Big hand, Pulskamp.
That is a solid save by Pulskamp, because Williams hit the heck out of that one. That was traveling.
Second save at the near post for J.J. Williams. And it started with that lovely read from Harivo.
Yeah, you just said he protects the back four. That's exactly what he did there. And he turns it into offense. And watch, and this is a rocket. That's a strong right hand, a fantastic save.
Credit to Kasim with the outside of the boot pass, as well as set it up. Ensuing corner kick, knotted down by Kavita. Roberts managed to get a toe to it to clear the penalty area, and this is looped into the box, an easy claim for Pulskamp. Pulskamp wants to hurry it into the attack. Had some weird spin on it, and it just spins off the chest of Roger Smith.
Yeah, that's a tough ball to bring down for Smith. He's running forward, turns around, next thing, it's right at his throat, so a really tough one. Pulskamp's not too happy, but it's a good idea, because it's a chance to catch him while they had short of numbers.
Nico.
Brett holding off Constance. Switch of field to the right-hand side. The goal scorer, Kasim. Well, Brett tried to leave it. His mind tried to leave it, but his body didn't quite cooperate.
Yeah, I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing. He just, well, maybe we should give him that break. He just stepped on the field. But unfortunately, his right foot got in the way and it hit it. So it would have been a great dummy, too.
It was headed right to J.J. Williams if he managed to execute his thought. How about that touch from Smith? And he comes in field. Oh, that was a difficult pass and well cut out by Dean.
Yeah, I felt if he could have played it one step earlier, the gap was bigger and he might have got it through, but he tried to get it exactly where he wanted it to be, and it just was read by the fullback and intercepted, and he's down again.
We tried to run it off. Harivo even got an interception that almost led to the second goal for Birmingham, but a shake of the head from Zach Harivo, and that's never a good sign. Players getting prepped on the bench, including Thomas Van Kazeel. And it will be Van Kazeel who will be checking into the match here in the next couple of seconds. Tough one for Zach Harivo, and a tough one for Birmingham Legion, who come into this match with a hefty injury list. Not only is Junior Flemings away on international duty, they're without Marcus Ugarte, who's out with a knee injury, Daigo Kobayashi out with a knee injury, Bruno Lapa out with a sports hernia. And fortunately, Zach Harivo might be added to that list.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, he's struggling a bit, but I feel like this might be a smart sub just because they've got a few games coming up. And while he's not, he probably could finish this game, but there's no point risking it when you know you've got a bunch of very important games coming up.
And it's not a bad option to bring off the bench. Thomas Van Kazeel, his 18th appearance of the match. his 2 assists on the season as well. And the Frenchman checks into the match second sub used by the visitors.
And you know the visitors are struggling when they've got 2 goalkeepers on the bench.
That's always a sign for injury problems if
Yes,
there's 3 goalies involved in the matchday lineup.
Well, unless one of them can play, you never know. You just never know.
Perhaps we'll see Ford Parker or Trevor Spangenberg out on the pitch with these limited options off the bench for Birmingham, but they have brought on 2 pretty big guns here in the second half.
Yeah, let's hope for their sake that it doesn't. That's a great ball.
Kuich right into Roberts' path, and Roberts slides it across the 6. James is there at the back post to tuck it behind for a corner. Delicious delivery from Peter Kuich.
Yeah, got to give that boy credit. That's about the 4th or 5th tonight. They've not all come off, but that one definitely did come off. That's a beautiful ball, but this is a beautiful ball back into. Unfortunately, Long and Smith couldn't get in there for the tapping, but a beautiful ball from Peter Kuich. Talked a little earlier that that's going to be the ball that could break Birmingham down, and we've seen it a couple times now. They seem to be getting a little closer each time.
Third corner for SKC2 taken short. Cisneros, that's into Duke. Oh, he just couldn't bring it under his control. Asiadu trying to charge back. Kuich is all over the pitch this evening. He wins it right back.
Great defending there from Kuich. Talked a couple games ago when he was benched, and he's come back, and he was very good on Saturday, and he's been very good tonight too. So happy to see him back and playing well.
Peter Kuich in for his 17th start of the campaign. Roberts. Mazy route to loop around everyone in behind. He falls to the ground and it pops to the floor. Big smack from Smith. Well read by Ryan James. But equally good read from Ozzy Cisneros. Kuich looks for the same pass. Finds it again. Oh, it takes a tough hop. Roberts manages to get a toe to it. Now LaFleur battling, and it's off the floor. Throw in for the visitors.
So we just saw a diagonal ball from Smith to the right. That didn't quite come off, and then a diagonal ball from Kuich to the left, and that almost came off. So they've obviously detected something here, that maybe that ball in behind the fullback is the recipe here to get back into this game.
There'll be reinforcements shortly for SKC2. We approach the hour mark. Enoch Mushagalusa getting prepped to come into the match. We've seen 2 big guns come on for Birmingham. Now perhaps the biggest gun of all for SKC2 will be checking in for the final half an hour. But first, Birmingham working it well. Asiadu looks for Brett. Well read by Constable. And Roberts now tries to put it in behind. Smith has a run and well off his line. Van Oekel. Good header from the goalkeeper.
There's that big diagonal again. I feel like I keep on repeating myself every minute or so. That was a great ball, but tremendous goalkeeping there. If he doesn't come out, Smith's in. But well read. He was off his line, reading the play, knew it was coming, and decided, yep, I'm going to get to that one.
Roberts with the ball over the top, and it was inches away. 34-year-old Matt Van Oekel. He turns 35 later this month. Still got a little bit of giddy up in his step. This throw in to come. It is now time for that substitution. Enoch Mushagalusa checking into the match for Roger Smith. What'd you make of the hour played by Roger Smith this evening?
He did well. Quite honest, you know, going through the first half, they didn't really have a lot of opportunities. He had a couple times to run up the fullback, didn't quite get behind. So really, can't say he didn't have a good performance. He just didn't see enough of the ball, I don't think.
So Enoch Mushagalusa checks onto the pitch. He's the only player to appear in every one of the Now 23 matches for SKC2, and he's got a lot of room to run into Mushagalusa. Slides it in behind, and just ahead of Long.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I don't think Long was on the same page there. But great to see Mushagalusa on the field, because he's the man who's just really created a lot of the Sporting Kansas City 2 offense this year, and they're going to need him running at the back four. The thing they've got to do is, like we just talked about Roger Smith, is they've got to get the ball to his feet. So he needs lots of service, get that ball and go run at the fullbacks.
Mushagalusa leads the team in minutes, just over 1,700 coming into this match. He leads the team in goals with 6. Just getting chalk on his boots as he's waiting this delivery from Polskamp. Good aerial challenge between Mushagalusa, James, and now Lopez will get a yellow card for that tug back of Cisneros.
Could there be an easier yellow than that?
Well, maybe that Graham Smith handball in the first half.
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah, if the referee would have seen it, I guess, but I guess he saw the handball, he didn't see how bad it was, but yeah, that's on the halfway line. I don't think it really was a breakaway. So
this certainly is, as
probably,
you were saying, Doug.
Yeah, didn't really need to make the foul, but didn't like the little the 18-year-old showing him up there. I think pulled him back, said, "You're not going anywhere, mister." Over an hour gone. SKC2 coming into this match had trailed at halftime 6 times this season. Unfortunately for the home side, they've been able to rescue a point from any of those 6 previous matches. Now Kassim holds it up and slots it into the right corner for Dean. Dean through the floor, back to Kassim on the left. Flashes wide of the near post. We can't blame him for having to go with his wonderful left peg, Prosper Kassim. Yeah, different angle this time. And he hit it with the laces as opposed to bending it in with the inside of the foot. But I think Polskamp, even if it was on target, had it covered.
His moment of magic in the first half, Prosper Kassim. Difference in this match as we're into the final half an hour. Officially in the 42nd minute. Svanwell Kavita finds Ryan James. Plenty of space to work it into Croniale. Lopez drops deep. Siru. Lovely. Curled into space for James. Into the feet of Brett. James picks it back up. That's a good first time touch into Williams. Trying to hold off Kuich, and he wants to foul. The big striker's not going to get it for Birmingham.
Yeah, it looked like Kuich maybe pulled him back there, so he may have got away with one there.
The visitors do well to press high and win it back before SKC2 can break the halfway line. So James finds Asiadu. Left side of the pitch at his mercy. He just saunters forward. Oh, and a clever reverse pass for Williams. Went for the chip, and I don't think Brett was quite aware as to what was going on. Duke just there ahead of Van Kazil.
Good pressure again by Birmingham. Almost forced a turnover there. And a turnover there is in extremely dangerous territory. So they, again, good pressure. Like I said, they were going to pressure at times, and they're picking their times, and that was one of them there. The Sporting Kansas City 2 just got away with there, almost with a turnover.
Kuich slides it to Smith. And Mushagalusa, he's got the overlap from Pierre. He's gonna cut inside Mushagalusa, edge of the box. Mushagalusa, past one defender. Still Enoch Mushagalusa. He's forced towards the near sideline from Kavita. How about that center back play? Fanuel Kavita.
That's brilliant defending, because as many fakes as Mushagalusa did, I think I'd have been there. I've been falling over with dizziness. So great patience by the defender.
And a great sprint on the far side of the pitch between Johnny Dean and Jamil Roberts. And Roberts just got there ahead of Dean, but now a foul is going to give it back to Birmingham.
Yeah, that's good defending there by Cronale. Just stepped his shoulder against Long, knocked him off balance, and then Long hit him and he took the foul. So Mr. Lopez coming off the field.
To say job done for Mikey Lopez as he's into the book with the yellow, but it was his tackle that popped to the feet to Prosper Cassim. And seconds later, it flew into the back of the net. Mikey Lopez subbed off in the 68th minute as the brother of Alex, Eli Cronale, will check in to the match for Birmingham Legion, his 18th appearance of the season. High pressure wins it back for SKC2, and Kuch under pressure manages to put that away under the watchful eyes of Nico Brett. Pierre for Cisneros. Delivers it to Mushagalusa, 1v1 with James. Sidu comes over to help. Mushagalusa touches that out of play.
Yep, just ran out of a little bit of room there, but I'm okay with him taking on the fullback. That's where a lot of the opportunities and goals scored this year have come from him in those one-on-one situations. So by all means, can we get the ball to him more, and can we allow him to take on the fullbacks and create opportunities, whether it's for himself or whether for his teammates. So the fact that he dribbles and he goes out of bounds, as a coach, I would say, I'm okay with that. You keep doing that. That's what we brought you on for. Battles going on in midfield there.
Bodies flying around the center circle at Children's Mercy Park. Oh, and that's a late tackle on Pierre. Surely yellow card. It's quickly out of the pocket for JJ Williams.
Yep.
Does apologize to Caden Pierre.
All our yellows have been pretty definite tonight, haven't they?
Yep. He has no arguments after this tackle, JJ Williams.
Let's say he just mistimed it a little bit and then said, sorry, didn't mean it. He's saying that's not a yellow card. I don't know, I might disagree with you there.
Just having a few words with referee Brandon Stevis, the Birmingham defense. SKC2 get it restarted, trailing by a 1-0. Birmingham have been pretty strong on the road so far this season. 5 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws.
I think the success is if you look at the block defense, it's so well organized. Tommy Stone was a center back, so he probably prides himself on his defense, and you can see they're very well organized. The shifting has been excellent, and in front of the back 4, the 5 defenders have been really good too. So they're very confident in sitting behind with a lead and defending, and that's what we're seeing a little bit here, and they're not bad on the breakaway either.
Constant slides in, but the ball pops to Alex Cronale, and he'll saunter up front to the edge of the box. Overlap for Dean. Blocked by LaFleur. And now there might be space to run into with Dean well up the pitch. Roberts wanted it put into that space, but LaFleur's just going to calm things down a bit. Pulskamp clips it perfectly into the path of Pierre. Strong to ride the challenge. Caden Pierre bursts around Asiadu. Pierre into the area, finds Long. Mushagalusa now. Look for Pierre, it was blocked. They'll pick it back up, Mushagalusa. Zion Long has a lot of space to deliver this service. It's into Croniale and off the newcomer onto the pitch, out for a corner.
Yeah, unfortunately not the delivery he wanted. He put it in hard and low. If it could have been a couple yards deeper, it would have got in past the first line of defense.
I got one, Eli.
Another burst into attack from Caden Pierre. Started this move off for SKC2.
You can feel the challenges are getting heavier and heavier as we go into this last 20 or so minutes.
It's taken short, dropped back to Roberts, and well, he looks to the sky with a bit of a sigh because that hits the seats behind the goal.
Right idea, just put too much on it. Try to whip it in there. When you try and whip it in, sometimes you can lose control, and he did there because it went 20-odd yards way over the bar, unfortunately.
He's got one goal in his professional career, Jamil Roberts, as he's on for his 10th appearance now as a pro. And it did come in that match away to Birmingham.
And it wasn't with that beautiful left foot. I believe it was a header.
It's Pierre, well, they're taking chunks out of this young man at right back.
That's about the third time he's been on the floor and whacked all 3 times. Welcome to the big leagues, Caden.
And each time he just dusts himself off and gets right back to it. USA Youth International at the U14, U16 levels. It's just some joy to watch this kid play.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been whacked a few times, but yeah, you're right. He just gets up, plays on. He just loves the game, you can tell.
Wants to compete, but he's lost out to Williams, who steps around constant. JJ Williams, and Smith is on the cover.
Yeah, he got away with a little mistake there by Pierre. That could have been very costly, but in the end, it was covered.
Cisneros turning, wins the foul. Another foul in quick succession. This one from Van Kazil.
Yeah, it's getting a little testy out there now, isn't it? Yeah, we've got, what, 15 or so minutes left, and the challenges are flying in because it's both teams. This game is so crucial for both teams. Sporting Kansas City to keep the run of 2 really good games up to get back in this game, and then obviously for Birmingham, they've got to come away with 3 points tonight.
They'll have been looking at this match, and SKC2 with just 1 win from their 11 home matches. Birmingham will have looked and said, well, this is an opportunity to get 3 road points as they try and chase down Louisville in the top spot in the Central. SKC2 looking for that 2nd home win. It's been nearly 3 months since they've won here at home. Trying to stop a slide. That's a poor clearance from James. Roberts for Pierre. Eyes up, and he tried to poke it behind. It took a deflection off James. Another corner for the home side.
Yeah, James got a little lucky there with his clearance, or probably lack of clearance. Fortunately, it didn't fall in a... That's got to be a corner kick. What is going on here, referee? Oh, that's dreadful.
The assistant is you can see, talking and gesturing to the referee, and they have actually pulled it back, and it's going to be a corner.
Well, I can see how the ref might not have seen it, but the assistant, I mean, that's right in front of him.
And credit to the near side AR for holding to his guns.
Well, if he didn't, I got a feeling that referee was going to hear something. And probably from Tommy Sohn too, because sorry, from Nagamura it would have been.
Said it is a corner. Roberts, this is a better delivery. Oh, it flashes into the area. Mushagalusa can't find room for the shot. Maybe Duke can. It's blocked away. Scramble inside the box. Williams clears for Birmingham. Asiadu and LaFleur battle it right around the center stripe. LaFleur gets back into it. This is a great 1v1 battle, and in the end, LaFleur loses a shoe, loses a sock, but wins that 50-50.
Yeah, that's tremendous battle because that's an experienced player there, Asiadu.
Here's that chance for SKC2 from the corner. This is better service from Jamil Roberts.
I wonder if he could hit now. I thought maybe he could hit that first time, but no. Here's a great strike, good defending, and then get it the heck out of here.
And now a double change will be made from Paulo Nagamura, as Kobe Jones and Rapapa Mensah check into the match. Kobe Jones placing, it appears, Jamil Roberts, whereas Rapapa Mensah will go up top. In replacement of Zion Long. Visitors, Birmingham also made a change. Jake Roof onto the pitch, third sub used by Birmingham. He's on at right back for, he's slotted back to right back, and Johnny Dean actually is going to move up the pitch here to end out the match for the visitors. Here's a good sight to see. Rapapa Mensah back in action for SKC2. Just lost out on that occasion. J.J. Williams was the man to leave the pitch for Birmingham Legion. As Brett right into the path of Dean. Looks back for Brett. Constant gets the head away. Mensah late in that challenge. And he's called for the foul. Bench didn't like it for SKC2, but it will be a free kick for Birmingham, as there will be two more changes. The fourth and fifth and final substitutions for SKC2, with Michael Lennis as well as Jahan Rod checking into the match into midfield, as Christian Duke and Ozzy Cisneros are withdrawn. So onto the pitch now, all five substitutes for SKC2. Brought on an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old, and a 20-year-old from the academy. Well, here's a nice shot fake, and that was a painful block, I think, for Jahan Rod just onto the pitch as the visitors manufacture a corner.
But it was well needed, because that could have been, well, I'm going to guess that was on target, and that was traveling with a bit of pace. So good cut inside here. Nice strike with the left, and well worth the block there.
Johnny Dean cutting inside and did well to elude Kobe Jones and get that shot away. Low corner. Mensah helps it away from goal. Picked up by Dean, and he drops it to Osiadu. Left-footed, out-swinging cross, headed down by Kronyale. And Polskamp wants to get things started. Rod felt the pressure, spins it to Jones. Mensah looking for Jones once more, and Van Kazeel is right there. 10 minutes to go. Birmingham narrowly holding on to this 1-0 advantage.
It's going to be a very interesting last 10 minutes, because you can just feel the intensity has just raised itself a little bit here in the last few minutes. Tackles flying in everywhere, high pressure, as you see it from Kuwich here, all over the field. So we got an interesting 10 minutes in front of us here.
Kuwich bearing down on Van Oekel, and then under that pressure, he can only launch it all the way up the pitch. Smith, though, now under pressure from Brett, as Birmingham used that and timed it well in their high press. Now a foul drawn by Kobe Jones.
Just caught him in the back of the head there.
Kobe Jones just turned 18 on August 15th. Musha Galusa clever for Mensah. Inside, fakes the shot. Now cuts it back to the 6. Cornale just wants to take no chances. He'll hoof it out for a throw.
Yeah, not bad effort from the centre forward, but when the centre forward comes out there and gets crosses, then you got to make sure somebody else is in his position where he would normally be.
Pierre into Mensah, and he was holding off 2 players there. Now it goes to Kuwitz. Oh, that was steaming. Van Oekel kind of taking his breath away as it hammered him right in the midriff.
Yeah, he had some pace on this shot, but experienced goalkeeper, body behind. Unfortunately, a couple feet either side of him, and that could have been very dangerous, but he's a sound goalkeeper. That's not going to beat him.
Similar position from Kasim's goal, maybe just a little farther out from Kuwitz. But now Brett sees the goalie off his line, and he went for the lob.
Fortunately for Postcamp there, he did not hit that right, because if he catches that how he wants to catch it, that's goal number 2 right there. Could have been another piece of genius, chipping the goalkeeper.
Lennis just behind his intended recipient. Nico Brett trying to add to his goal tally and make a case for the Golden Boot, although Haji Berry looks like he's running away with that particular individual award. Another stellar season for the former Swope Park Rangers standout. As Asiadu outside of the boot. Beautiful as it curls right into the path of James. Now bearing in on goal. It's headed towards the back post, blocked away. Pops to Cornale, just wide. A couple of opportunities to strike at goal for Birmingham.
Yeah, good final effort there. It didn't have a lot of pace on it. I think if it was on target, he would have saved it. But good defending here to block the first one, which might have slightly been missing.
There's a turnover off the goal kick. And a pass for Brett was just narrowly wide of the target forward. Graciously, Pulskamp took it back into his control, so it's now SKC 2. Kuwitz, that was easily intercepted. Kasim saw that the whole way. And now dropping Cornale, just off the shoulder, picks it up. Van Kazil. How about the versatility of Johnny Dean? Cornale finds his brother. Eli evades the challenge of Kuwitz, drops it back to Alex. Jahan Rod is there. Dean tried to just help that into the path of Roof. SKC2 managed to win it back, and they only have 6 minutes plus added time to try and find an equalizer. Pierre, that's over the top. Is Lennis on? He timed it perfectly. Lennis in behind, cuts it onto the left. Oh, he picks out a pass. Rod skies it. The Academy youngsters flowing into the attack. Pierre to Lennis, and Jahan Rod on the edge of the area. Can't put a shot on target.
Yeah, it's a great ball in. Fantastic run by Lennis, and then he got it head up, cut inside, picked out the spot. And unfortunately, Rod just got on the field. I don't know if he's known as a finisher. That's not an easy one to finish, but a good opportunity, let's say that. But well done by Lennis. Some great run, great pass, and unfortunately the finish wasn't quite there.
Just the 4th appearance of the season for Michael Lennis, and the 17-year-olds. I've seen flashes from him when he's seen the pitch for SKC2 this year. Dean. Catch up to that before it drifts out of play. Blocked by LaFleur. But Dean blocks his pass out of the back, and now Brett into the penalty area. Oh, he clipped it to an area. No one was there in white.
Yep, LaFleur, you've got to be careful there. That's a turnover. We've talked about it for the last 2 weeks. Turnover in your own final third, and it can hurt you big time. Fortunately, got away with that one. I don't think you see Nico Brett wasting too many opportunities like that, but unfortunately, his pass could find no one. Unfortunately, that is for Birmingham. Fortunately, for Sporting Kansas City 2.
We're still just trailing the 1 goal. The wonder strike from Prosper Kasim. Well, you'd have to say, if there's any goal worthy of winning a match, that's one of them. SKC2 will be hoping that that won't be the case. Pierre can't bring that under his control. Kavita, just really calm presence at the back once more.
Kasim's been very good tonight, just so
all over.
smooth on the ball. Yeah, he's picking the ball up in midfield, he's dangerous up front, and of course the goal was just electrifying, so he's been very good to watch tonight.
Pierre thought about putting that into the run of Mensah. Closing in on the final 3 minutes of normal time. Sun has set in Kansas City. Has the sun set on SKC's opportunity for a point. Still chasing one into the night. Jones going for the 1-2. Floor was involved. It's out for a throw.
Late in the game, can they create one more opportunity? And the big question is, can they finish it?
Constant. And Pierre finds the feet of Kuich. He's trying to carve space for a shot. He couldn't find it, but he's poked a good pass to Mushagalusa. Clips it into the box. Mensah off the post! Inches away, Ropapa Mensah from leveling the score.
Wow, what a ball, or what work from Kudic. What a ball here from Mushagalusa. It couldn't be any better, and that's a tremendous effort. Unfortunately, the ball is in front of the front post, so for him to get that on target is not an easy header. Because you don't want to get too much of it, else it goes past the front post. And if you go to slightly glance it, you got a player right behind you too. So what a ball in by Mushagalusa, and a great effort there by Ropapa Mensah.
And it's great to see Ropapa Mensah back onto the pitch. His first match since June 16th. He was subbed off in the 23rd minute against FC Tulsa. He was officially still listed on the injury report for SKC2 heading into this match with a groin injury. But he's on for his 8th appearance of the season. Several former teammates at Pittsburgh on the other end of the pitch as opposition now for Ropapa Mensah, and he came close to the equalizer.
I thought the games he's been in, he's pretty solid, I think, but like you say, we haven't seen him for almost like a couple months now, it feels like it.
He had 2 assists in those 7 appearances, which for a time was leading the team. There was some time seen to the goalkeeper for Birmingham there, Matt Van Okel, after he crashed off the post on that attempt. So you wonder how much will be added on. That was a good 90 seconds, 2 minutes there. The goalkeeper was seen to by the training staff.
Well, we've had a couple injuries too, so we might see 3 or 4 minutes added maybe here.
Mensah tried to wriggle his way out of trouble, but it was an offside flag raised against Kobe Jones.
Five minutes, how about that?
And there's a big 5 spot on the board, a welcome sight for SKC2 fans. 5 minutes to try and find an equalizer.
5 minutes to create a couple chances, maybe even just one chance. For Birmingham, 5 minutes to shut it down.
And Paolo Nagamura is already trying to implore to the referee, the 4th official I should say, that this time taken by the goalkeeper should already be added on to that 5. As Van Okel, the veteran, using all his savvy, just taking every second he can off the clock. And James, we talked about Mikey Lopez, former draft pick, so too Ryan James, and he's been inspired here this evening.
We've had 2 very good fullbacks tonight, Dean and James, though Dean's not playing that position right now, but they've both been very good in this game, offensively and defensively.
And there, Jake Roof is just saying, hey, come onto the pitch. as a fullback, and I want to get involved in the action. Kept the ball well for Birmingham. Handball wanted from SKC2, not given, so Dean sees nobody's running up there with him, tried to cut it back. Corniale fakes the shot, goes to ground rather too easily, says the referee.
Yeah, that's the right call by the ref. He was looking for the foul there, and no way was it a foul.
That was a good battle between Kuich and James. And in the end, Asiadu, he's covered a lot of ground here tonight too, and he just tracked back to that left back position, got himself in the way. Anderson Asiadu leads this Birmingham Legion team in minutes. He's crossed over the 1,800 mark now with this effort this evening. Stuck in the tackle there. Graham Smith says, "You shall not pass."
That was a crucial tackle because one-on-one there, if he gets in behind, I'm going to guess the game's probably over because it'll be 2-0.
Numbers pressed forward for SKC2 trying to find that equalizer, and there looked like space for Brett to exploit.
And they're quite happy just keeping the ball, running the clock off.
And he's won back by the interception of Asiadu once more. Van Kazil. That's wayward. Jones will get there first, and he keeps it for the home side. But already half of the 5 minutes have elapsed. Constant. Under pressure from Brett. And that will do for Birmingham, just pushing it back to the goalkeeper. Postcamp imploring his teammates to move up the pitch. Rod, fouled by Van Kazil.
At some point, that ball's got to go forward into a danger area. Maybe this could be the ball. Well, he's maybe going to find Smith, and then it will go. But at some point, it's got to go forward, and we've got to find a penetrating pass here, whether it's over the top or just through the midfield. But right now, it's going square, 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 and they're going nowhere.
90 seconds to go. Of the minimum 5 minutes added on. Lennis. And they're just shifting it along the back here, SKC2, but the time is falling out of the hourglass. Jones presses high, wins it back. Mensah. Now he goes to ground on the stretch, trying to bring her under his control. And now precious more time being eaten up by the dribbling skills of Prosper Kasim.
Just turns back round, keeps possession. Almost kicked it out of bounds, but keep possession, run the clock off.
Try and go home with all 3 points. That's the task now for Birmingham, as this will pull them to within 1 point of Louisville.
It's not been as dominating as perhaps they might want it to be, but in the end, it is 3 points, and it's 3 points closer to Louisville. Although they will be a game ahead of Louisville, but at least they'll get to 39, I think. Louisville is at 40 right now. They've played 20, and this will be Birmingham at 21. So it's a game they had to win, that's for sure.
First of a 3-match road trip for Birmingham, as now they move away to Memphis on Saturday before finishing that road trip in Tulsa. SKC2 come back here over the weekend for their 5th home match in a row, and they drop this one. A wonderful goal from Prosper Kasim, a match winner if you've ever seen one. His first half effort, the lone strike in this match, and it wins all 3 points for Birmingham Legion. Full-time score in Kansas City, SKC 2-0, Birmingham Legion FC 1. We'll be right back at Children's Mercy Park to wrap things up from a wild 90 minutes. Birmingham Legion come on the road to Kansas City and get all 3 points as they defeat SKC2 by the narrow margin of a wonderful Prosper Kassim goal. For Curtis Lorenz, Abazar Ardavani, Aaron Clark, John Stratton, Jason Briley, Tim Smith, our lovely camera crew, Chris Wright, Keaton McGuire, Paul Stokes, Tristan Borelli, Tim Smith, Maggie Blair, color commentator Doug McLeod, and I'm Carter Augustine. Thanks for watching. Full-time score in Kansas City. SKC 2-0, Birmingham Legion FC 1.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.